All right. What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Glasgow. This is Mr. Glasgow TV. It is Monday, March 2nd, 2020, and we're going to play Final Fantasy VII Remake demo on the PlayStation 4. I was actually pretty hyped when they first announced this. People were kind of acting like... I feel like people got the bad impression of... or they weren't really impressed by the PlayStation conference when this was announced, which I forget when it was announced, but whatever PlayStation conference this was announced on, this was actually the biggest thing for me. I was like, really? What? I don't know what a remake means, but I was excited for it then. And then the Resident Evil remake came out, and that set the bar really high. So even though they're different developers, it made it even more exciting for a Final Fantasy VII remake. And now they have a demo just like Resident Evil had, and as someone who didn't play Resident Evil, but who did play the demo, I still enjoyed the Resident Evil game when it came out. I didn't feel like the demo messed up the experience for me. So some people are conflicted of whether they should play the demo. For me, I'm gonna play the demo, even though the game comes out in April, which is gonna be, if it's really good, I'm just gonna be, at least I'll have something to look forward to. If it's good, if it's okay, still have something to look forward to because of the nostalgia and some of the stuff late game. I don't know. What's up, Elon? Like, for those who've watched me play Death Stranding, imagine if Final Fantasy turns out to be kind of like that. I would totally keep playing it and try to, find all I don't know if I'd fully complete the game like as a completionist 100%, but I can see me playing well beyond like the end game just for the nostalgia and just for like remembering this was my actual first roleplay game, RPG. The remake is not going to be the same, but at the same time, I don't think it should. On some level, like I don't know if the old Final Fantasy moving into the newer, I don't know if the older Final Fantasy gameplay would translate well, and they've had how many Final Fantasies since then to kind of work out a better playing experience. So, without further ado, let me greet everybody in all of my chat rooms, and let's get into this. So, what's the difference? That's what we're here. That's what we're here to find out. That's what we're here. From what I don't know. Well, yeah, let's just experience. I haven't even like pressed this yet because I want it to be that first experience. So let us it's loading. It's a micro reactor. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, start there. From what I understand, the demos already says right here, this demo represents a work in progress and may differ from the final product. And it's already been said also that anything I do complete in the demo will not transfer to the game. Am I going to point out the changes as much as I can? I'm not going to go and try to act like I'm a Final Fantasy VII connoisseur and know every minute detail and point out backstories and history of the developers and the characters and the storyline. I'll give you my experiences whenever I can without just rambling too much, hopefully. and then I'll give you guys kind of references of what I've noticed. So far, graphics, obviously, it's not blocky, but from what I understand, it's the first chapter, but I don't know what that means. Is it just the prologue, which is tend to be short? Is it the full first chapter, which can be chunky? I don't know. And people are this just came out today, so people I don't think have reported back yet, or if they have, I'm not looking at that just yet. So start the game. Camera control. Oh god, this is foreign. Inverted Y. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'll tell you, this is my first experience of a Final Fantasy game. Was Final Fantasy VII. I stayed up. I remember at home, I borrowed my cousin's PlayStation and I stayed up and I watched him play it a little bit and I was interested in it. And I said, let me borrow this for the weekend or something like that. And I stayed up almost the entire weekend and I caught up to where he was, which was mid-game. And this is like, I can't remember even how many discs it had, like 3 or 4. And I caught up to like him on the second or third disc. And he was like, wow. Okay, I'm gonna just say normal here. I don't know. It's saying classic, I guess, is where you can have the everybody standing still, taking turns fighting versus the standard, which is what it's evolved into. I'm gonna go with normal here.
Get down here, Merc.
Yo. Oh my god, I'm so hyped right now. The music. Music already. What up, Barrett?
Halt! Who goes there?
Cloud.
You're up.
I don't know how to fight. Okay, use square to attack. Hold to unleash, capable of multiple. Okay.
You're coming with us. Nice and easy.
Don't think so. Not bad.
Oh. Yo. Yeah, I don't think there'll be any dragon, but I don't know. I can't tell. There's no telling. There probably will be something ridiculously epic in the terms of fighting something for a super long time. Have no spells. How do you go to items? Potions. Then you go back. Okay, so this I have to do it in battle. Can I jump? No. Oh man, it looks so good. Looks so good. Alright, let's keep going. What no materia is in my sword?
Hands where I can see them.
Have fun.
Shasha! I'm a clouder. ATB gauge fills as time passes, and by attacking with square. Once a bar is full, your character can perform special actions. Changes can be used immediately or saved. Try attacking the enemy to fill the gauge. Okay.
Freeze! Move and we shoot.
Fill my gauge. You can expand ATB gauge charges to perform battle commands such as using abilities, magic items. Press. Okay. Oh, does it pause time? Or is it just pausing time? That might be classic mode. I imagine it's not gonna pause time. We'll see. Okay. Oh, it's slow motioning time. That's cool. Let's fire. Let's burn. I can choose which one. I guess we could finish off this guy.
He can use magic. Where the hell did he get the materia?
I don't have any more abilities. He can use magic. How am I gonna bring a knife to a gunfight? When not battle, you can check the map menus and view various kinds of information. While not in battle, you can check map. Options. Okay. Hold on. When the whatever icon appears, move a character close to automatically jump, crouch, or perform whatever action is required. When actually you check current scenario objective and review layout of land. Okay. Shows where we came from, that's cool. Into the reactor grounds. How's the volume for you guys? I was worried it was a little quiet during the cutscene, so I was slowly turning it up. But now I don't know if I'm competing too much with the volume here. So it says, okay, you go to this icon. It's gonna make me jump, obviously, but what about crouching and stuff? I guess for more like Barrett, I'd need it cover for cover fire.
Drop the weapon.
I guess I'm just the decoy.
Yeah, what he said.
Big switch. can defend against enemy attacks by pressing R1 to guard or circle to evade. Successful guard reduces the amount of damage suffered and also charges it. Nice.
You're coming with us!
Can't get surrounded. Try harder. Nope.
Let's see, abilities. Let's try an ability. Braver. Who's getting it? Shasha!
Steady.
Oh man, this is gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun to master. Because the Final Fantasy game, what was it 15? With Noctis? That one was fun. And this has my boy Cloud. Oh! He's trying to open chests, the doors, welcome. Oh, let me walk broodingly. 2 potions, nice. Guess we should be rushing since this is a assault, a terrorist assault. If you find boxes in the Shinra logo, press X to smash them. They may contain useful items such as potions and sort of okay. Destructible things. But maybe only these boxes? Okay, automatic pickup. So I don't have to press any buttons. Nice.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
We're a joy to work with, though.
Stuff it,
Real joy to look
Wage.
at, too.
Here we go.
Jesse.
Looks are what people notice first.
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
Exclamation point.
Or even the same.
Give it a rest.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Wedge. You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gill.
I'm too cool. Cloud's so freaking cool. And just imagine being in like high school, middle school, high school, and playing this though. Like we're too. He might be like a super edgy guy now, but back then he was like, oh my god, he's so cool. R3 to lock onto specific targets. Unlock. I've never liked locking, really. Thanks for liking the stream, Elon. You think they're about to double cross him?
Get him, boy!
Hey! Dog! Don't do it, dog! Are you a robot? Oh, you're about to get the ability. Focus thrust. How about that? Dodge that. Damn it! Oh, he's staggered. anticipated your move. This dog is tough. Dang. Okay, has a stagger meter.
Let's go.
I haven't played Final Fantasy 15 in a minute, so I can't remember the staggering. I don't remember if it's the same system or not.
Hey, Cloud! Elevator's over there! Catch up soon!
Elevator. Wait, let me look for boxes. Aha! Got a medal. So wait. Remember, giving your inventory character stats more. Inventory. Okay. I had a feeling this was a collector's item, but I didn't know if it was like something like a medal I could wear around my guy's neck and it'd be like a trinket. Speaking of... Okay, I have a bronze bangle. See, I thought it would be a trinket that would go there. How do I access this? Unless I can't access it until the tutorial lets me access it. Ah, man. Triangular. And that's another thing, I think from what I've heard, and I've avoided a lot about this game up until today, but from what I've heard, if you
This way.
listen to the music, it never actually transitions
Not so fast. We've got
with
company.
cuts. It gradually goes into like combat, then it comes back to like story. But then again, parts like this, the music kind of is like ongoing. So make sure you stay in the mood. Braver. The dog. Oh, I missed it. Oh, it did hit it? Back up. Should we spell attack it? Let's try Braver again while it's staggered. Nice. Punisher mode. What's Punisher?
Enough.
Is that a stance
bad.
change? What? I noticed on the command list it said Punisher mode if you press triangle and it changed the stance. Oh my god. About to be styling so hard. Okay. Good to know there could be empty boxes.
There's one! Get him!
Stay down. Oh god! That's a grenade roll!
Nothing to it.
We're fine, we're fine. Anything hidden? It's a box. Potions. Should we take one? How do we take one out of combat here? Go like this. Just take one for good. Just top us off. Hold. Nice.
Come on, Cloud.
Pick up the pace.
Just trying to, I'm drinking it in.
soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
Hey, Jesse. How's it going? What's up?
Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon.
You got a problem with me, boss?
I'm watching you.
Watch this.
In 3, 2... Damn, I'm good.
Who's there? Door! We'll wait! It's over!
That's my line.
Okay, switching modes. Okay, I just did this on accident. Every character has a unique ability which you can activate with triangle. With Cloud's mode shift ability, you can switch between his balanced operator mode and his attack-oriented Punisher mode. Try it out.
He's alone!
In Punisher mode, Cloud moves more slowly, but Square unleashes a more powerful attack than usual. In addition, Cloud launches a counter blow every time he guards against enemies' melee attack. He cannot, however, guard against ranged attacks or magic. When you evade such attacks, you will switch back to operator mode. Okay.
We can take it! Make it rain!
Get ready.
Man, he's really slow. I didn't realize.
That it?
We're back.
Then let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
Cut it
It's
out!
crawling. Hold on, let me move my camera. Doot. So I'm not in the way of some text. No. Dialogue. Dialogue drops.
Simmer down, hotshot.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
Careful in there. Well, what are you waiting for?
You and Jesse, you a thing? How far can you go in the demo? They say an entire chapter, but I question if it's like a prologue kind of chapter or a like full-fledged chapter.
Security is only gonna get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
I've already seen headlines that say 4 hours of, 4 hours in game. So I stream for about that much as is. So I guess it's at least one stream's worth of content. Let's see. Phoenix down. Okay.
Looks like the elevator's on another floor. Mind pushing that button?
Sure.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
Tifa and I.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Our lives are on the line now. You listening, Merc? One false move. And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
Ally join Barrett. But yeah, seems like Jesse wants Cloud to make it rain, you know what I'm saying? Barrett specializes in range attacks. Hold down square releases a sustained burst of automatic fire when equipped with a ranged weapon. Barrett can fire from safe locations and hit enemies that Cloud cannot reach with his squad. But how do I switch?
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me.
Got it?
Let's do overcharge. Boom. Okay. Yeah, noticed. So overcharges his stance change. That's what those big blasts were. Leash takes a long time to recharge its attacks. Pressing travel will speed up the process. Okay. Oh god! Ow! Oh god, there's more than one! Or two! Or three! Ow!
Ain't no thing.
What about special abilities? Steel Skin. Temporarily reduces damage taken in how easy or interrupted. Focus Shot. Consumes all ATB charges to unleash concentrated burst of energy. Let's do it. Do it to it. Boom! You can switch to different characters depending on the battle situation. You can switch to your character. Use that to switch characters. Use L2, R2 command line. Okay.
Bring it home. Do your job, Merc.
Shut up and move over. So long. we go.
I can't reach it, Barrett.
Keep it together. Come on. Was never in doubt.
Nice. I like this better than interesting game. Oh, but you asked why this game called Final Fantasy. I never understood that either. If I had to probably try to oversimplify Final Fantasy games, it's basically fantasy in the sense that it's a fantasy game, and then Final Fantasy as in it's usually some kind of, you know, end of the world type event that has to be fought against. So that's the Final Fantasy, but I could be wrong about that. That's just how I've interpreted it. This game reminds you of Grand Theft Auto. I guess. Is there anything I'm missing? But thanks for the 25 stars on Facebook. Appreciate it.
Look what we have here.
A laser security system. Great.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless. They'll cut you down to size and then some. But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll
Or
go
just
first.
wait till they turn off.
Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
Oh, Jesse. You move quickly around battle more quickly by holding R1 or R2 to dash. You can press L3 to keep dashing until you stop moving. So it's auto run basically. Go, go, go! Wait. Go, go, go.
Not too shabby.
Did you get hit? Barrett!
You're doing good, soldier.
God dang it, Barrett! Did we didn't give you... Oh, he's good.
Okay, let's see what's up next.
So there is a little... Oh, God! There is a little bit of a wind-up. Oh, my God! Okay. There is a little bit of a wind-up to the sprint, so let's... So it blinks 3 times. And it turns off.
Pretty easy, right? Nice job, Cloud. Phew.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. And we're almost at our objective.
Ding.
Look,
Ding. Oh, with the
they don't
switching
call those
characters.
sleepers for nothing. They can wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
Where'd Jesse go? Is there stealth? Where'd she go? Did she like back all the way up? You're not gonna help? Bottle of ether. Alright, I guess we just go in here. Guns a blazing.
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform.
Ouch!
If we rush in, we die.
Is that right?
We need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
Magic, you say?
No escape.
Hitting enemies with a certain attacks or dealing damage amounts or large amounts of damage will temporarily knock enemies off balance, and pressure will appear under their gauge. When this happens, help them with spells and abilities to quickly fill their stagger gauge under their life bar. Once it is full, you can stagger them. Gauge fills faster depends on the abilities magic uses and all their abilities. Find the effects quickly.
Hey, it's not moving!
Let's pin it down. Give it all you got.
Took a shot.
Back up the lift. Give them hell.
Taking over.
Of course. It just had
Braver.
to get back up.
All the special
Knock it down
moves.
again. No time to complain.
Oh, no more spell. Ouch.
Deal with that.
Oops.
My turn.
Let's take a potion.
Now.
And then, oh. Ow. It has tracking. Hit him with it. Stagger. Staggered. Enemies who've been staggered are defenseless and take more damage. And use unique abilities on staggered foes will quickly boost your ATB gauge. Boost your ATB gauge will quickly. You can unleash more abilities and spells. Okay.
Now's our chance. Go.
Don't need to
Okay, this is what I was supposed to do.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Don't stop now.
Say your prayers.
Gotcha.
Shasha.
What are you, 20-something?
First.
Huh?
Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
Can I? Music's a bit overpowering there. Let's do that. No boxes. No rewards for beating that mini boss. Can I roll?
That's our target, the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom. Let's get down there.
Keep time in the cutscene, or my camera.
God damn. I can practically taste the Mako in here. Hurry it up.
So yeah, if you weren't paying attention, the Mako is the lifeblood
Jackhammer.
of the planet.
More like excited. I've been dreaming about this for years.
And we're basically environmental terrorists. You know, games with cinematic feel. Yeah, there's a lot of that so far with this. Can I break it? Oh.
Good luck.
Okay, so it's not only wood. I don't think I've missed
Not
any.
that way. Down the
Warning.
ladder, dummy.
Would you call me? I know you got the hots for me, but I will throw you clear.
You're choosing me over the reactor? That's sweet, but I'll wait my turn. Go blow her mind.
Yeah, we're environmental terrorists because this is the power source that the city uses.
Run while you can.
Ow! Barrett.
Guess it's my turn.
No time to celebrate.
That's nice. Probably should heal both of us. Actually, there's probably a sweet spot where I'm not in the way of the text and I'm not blocking the information here. I'll try to sit in that sweet spot.
You think if we fell in, we'd sink right down to the bottom? To the planet's core?
No, the pump would suck us back up.
How comforting.
So instead of lava, right?
Here we go. Enough. It's over.
What?
Now
So there's
that
aerial
was
attacks.
something else.
That was nothing.
The thing about the other Final Fantasy game, though, is that it was all about throwing your sword and then teleporting to it. So it's going to be a little different. Go in the upper right. I could move it there. But I don't have like a base. Or I don't have a frame for my camera.
Let's do this.
I'll have to make one so I have that option. So I won't just be like this weird floating head or disembodied portrait. That's usually what people do. They make at least some kind of frame to frame the camera. Cutscene.
All right, let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job! What's wrong?
I'm fine. What about the timer?
Your call, Merc.
Uh, 30 minutes? 20 minutes? I don't know if this is maybe a window for we have to beat it. Makes it hard. Let's make it a little harder for ourselves.
Pretty cocky, ain't you? You double-crossing!
Heads up!
What in the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh? We barely scratched the damn
Do I
thing.
have lightning magic?
To use magic?
Thought you were full of shit.
Think whatever you want. Just do it.
Can't use any spells.
Come on.
Uh-oh. Oh god. Some enemies will occasionally blind your party members with unblockable attacks. If your character is bound and unable to attack, quickly switch to a different character. Can I knock him out of that? Okay.
Got anything you want to say?
Thunder. Can I target different parts? No.
Time to fry. Hell yeah! You see the damage I did?
Keep it up.
Ow, should have saw that coming. Ow.
Gotta win this one for the play.
Fire.
Bring it home.
Taking over. Get ready. Let's do this.
Hit him with it.
Okay.
Show your moves.
The hell
Okay.
is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense
Oh
system.
god.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
Ow, ow, ow. Thunder. Thunder.
That didn't work either.
Thundercats. Oh, okay. Fire.
Burn.
Oh wait, field generator. I saw it. Spells. So we gotta hit the field generator first?
No escape. Bingo. Focus on that core.
Oh, now he remembers. Don't keep me waiting in suspense next time.
Ouch. God dang it.
Gotta heal
Okay,
up.
let's take the potion. Dude, I can't. It's like we're all sharing the same action points. I can't even make him take one until after it looks like maybe.
Focus and find a way.
Ow. Ow. Good thing I didn't press it or press the button on the thing. On the timer.
Another barrier?
Okay,
Don't
let's see.
overdo it.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's my time to shine.
Or go down in
Okay, wait.
flames. It's on
Dang
you.
it. Let's do abilities. No way, I'll need to do it on spell, thunder, field generator. Wait, it's
It didn't
immune?
work.
Needs to be cloud. Oh god.
I'm counting on you.
Deal with that.
About damn time. Damn pain it.
God.
Hang back.
Last time.
Don't just stand there. Help me out, damn it.
Let's do Braver.
So long. Keep it together.
What are you doing? Okay, be sure to put it says. Let's try a heal.
My turn.
Cure. Cloud.
You ain't stopping us. Bring in the heat.
Ow. How do I know when I'm...
Kick my ass.
Okay. Ah.
Keep going. if I heal up. Up and away.
Jeez. God. So you don't have any iframes or invincible frames.
Special delivery. Damn pain in the ass. Enough with all the barriers.
This time the firework the best. Dang it! It's not like Dark Souls where you can do
I
a
care about a few cuts and bruises,
invincible roll.
I don't.
Learn how to block? Oh yeah. I guess so, yeah. I'm trying to roll. Cause roll in these cases,
Could get going. If
especially
I heal
with
up.
like projectiles like that, you would think a roll would be superior to blocking. But yeah. Maybe not.
You got this.
Taking over. Heal up and regroup.
There is
Now, hit it hard and fast.
yeah, it's
you
staggered.
ain't going now.
Or not. Jesse!
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Okay. Debris. And heal yourself while you're in it. Hurry up! How do we cover?
I'm waiting. Strike now, before it fires again.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Dang it. Taking damage is staggering enemies failure. Limit gauge. When the gauge is full, you can use limit breaks, which are extremely powerful attacks. You do not need to spend ATB charges to use them. I'm guessing I have one?
Now you're in for it.
Oh yeah, it's time. Cross slash.
You're out of luck. Gotta memorize the attack patterns.
Wait, what? Was I supposed to press square? So I think that was an active limit break where I was supposed to actively participate. I was just watching it.
All right. Need to do something about these wounds.
Heal.
Don't overdo it.
Let's do focus shot.
Heads up! Tail laser!
I see it.
Then take cover already!
1, 2, 3. I think 3
Now,
recharges
go.
it. Ow. Ouch. Thunder.
Sure could use a break. I'm counting
I got
on you. Not good enough. Hey, it's doing that thing again.
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again.
Okay, good time to heal. Need like a high potion. What's up with the beatniks? Oh.
Now, get in there and do some damage.
Come on. Try. don't know how to avoid that. My roll is just garbage.
Whatever. Heal up and regroup. Gotta be careful.
Let's get a heal and a spell cure.
Gotta heal up.
Give it to him, Barrett. I wonder if there's a parry.
What's it doing now?
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Merc. Bang, bang. When I get my chance, I'm gonna blow this bastard
What's
the
the
hell
repair
up.
unit?
And that's a problem.
Take a shot. Should I do the legs or the body? I feel like we're supposed to do the legs just because we could see the legs.
Here it comes. You're up.
Gotta time our attacks just right. Hold out until you spot an opening.
Ow. Shins, give it to Barrett. Ow.
It's down. Rain hell on it.
Ain't gotta tell me twice.
Braver. Oh, should do the leg. Focus shot, right leg.
I need to do something about these wounds.
I'm using all my potions. God dang it! Oh, how should it? Okay, I'm good. I feel like the block button is is not in an intuitive spot for me. Hit him with something. Let's focus thrust. Oh, it's low.
Here it comes. There goes another. Now's our chance to do some real damage.
Hit him with the thunder.
I'll end this. Here we go.
Oh, let me break. Cross slash. Okay. Does it tell me how I'm supposed to do cross slash? Okay, I think I did it better that time.
Just a little more.
I time pressing the square button with their attacks.
Shit, the bomb!
20 minutes until detonation.
You hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've got to move.
Wedge should be covering our way out. Go, go, go!
Yeah, from what I understand, this will be the same game, just in this, with this new combat. As far as I know, it's basically the same story. So far, they've hit very similar, if not exact, notes from the original. So I don't know if it's gonna go beyond that or stop short and do like a two-part. That would be
But doable.
what is it? Very scummy if they did that, but you know, who knows what they'd be willing to do to make money, right? But yeah. The original should be the whole thing, but then again, the whole thing in terms of this game is a pretty big game. Oh god, is this in the right way?
You okay?
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you?
I'm trying.
My
Can she
hero.
die?
Hey! We'll link up over there! Look after Jesse!
Because the timer...
Come this way. This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can. I don't think anybody dies in another one. And this is where I stress that I'm not like some kind of Final Fantasy VII expert.
I think I see an exit. Come on.
I don't think you can have anybody die in this mission. I don't think anybody gets sacrificed.
Don't look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Man, there's loot here. You best recognize. Comes out April 10th.
We're running out of time.
Shut up and climb.
So far, and I have the PlayStation
Sorry, it keeps me
regular.
focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Have it your way.
Oh wait, can I switch to? Okay. I thought maybe I could switch to Barrett and maybe loot over there. Wait, was there a way to jump back? Ah, nah.
Barrett!
I've got you covered! Find us a way out of here!
But then...
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
Soldier Boy itself.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here! Take them down!
We don't have time for this shit! The clock's ticking!
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need. Enough.
The others are waiting. Gotta get the hell out of here ASAP.
ASAP. Who says ASAP instead of ASAP? Just saying. Literally 4 syllables. Oh god.
You got that right.
Do we skip this guy?
Shit.
Or do we kill it for the XP? Military people? Okay. So the same goes for like I guess that's the only real thing. But then again, I'm the one that's supposed to be the military person here.
Now.
And he's supposed to be an eco-terrorist.
Burn.
Blop! Much you focus shot it. Barrett right in the booty. I shall braver it. Staggered. Blop, blop. Blop, blop, blop. Nice, nice. Getting that sweet, sweet XP. We gotta check these for loot. Barrett. Aha! Scared.
Heads up. We got a whole lot of cover.
So when you go into combat, Barrett, whoever is your partner apparently appears right next to you, so I instantly got spooked and
Enough.
Started swiping at him. Ow! Barrett! Shoot the thing!
Enough. That was easy.
Sure it was.
Mako shard. I wonder what the shards are gonna be used for. Who are you?
Like a rubber band.
Ow! Let me try to parry it. Even though
Whatever.
the block is very slow.
No holding back.
This guy slippery.
Let's finish this.
Oh yeah, another one in the
Yeah.
bag.
15 minutes.
Don't even
How
think
did Jesse
about
get through all these?
Why would I?
Okay, 2 of them. I don't know.
You don't look so good. Take care of those wounds before you bleed out. That's all you got.
Okay.
Suck on this.
Fuck on this. Okay. Ow.
Steady.
Barrett, take care of the laser. Hit him with a double heal. Oh my god. Barrett, help.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Ow. We'll shoot this thing up here.
See ya.
I did it. God, there's another one. Ouch!
Is that all you got?
Cloud, help!
Bring it. Is that it?
Not good enough. Kiss my ass.
Ow, Cloud! We're gonna brave her.
Ain't no thing.
Steady. Whatever. Is that it?
It's dodging! Cloud! Blaze!
Like that.
It's funny because I clearly am a better Cloud than he is, but then when if I'm Cloud, I do better hand to hand, but then he does terrible cover fire. And then if I'm Barrett, I do better cover fire, but Cloud's just sitting there. It'd be pretty sweet if this is actually multiplayer. Somehow. Like somehow. How do I know when my thing is full? Ow.
Ain't no thing.
Not bad.
Yeah. I feel very weak. Like the blocking slow and the rolling is slow.
Sir,
Yeah, I feel like I'm very clunky. Like I said, if I could just roll better and block better, even then it would. I feel like the gameplay would actually go a lot slower. But it feels like the gameplays try to be fast, so I'm trying to, I don't know, learn how to pace myself, or learn the pace of the game. Visually, it's very fast, but I think actually once you play a lot more slow. Jesse.
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
Cloud! Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.
Wait a minute. Was that it? Oh. I'm not ready for it to be over. Select a version to purchase. So I haven't actually made a pre-purchase yet. Greatest nemesis in the game ever, Sephiroth. Yeah, Sephiroth. Oh man. Back in the day. The epicness. So how do we feel about that? Yeah, I feel like if it looks like it wants to play nice and fast, like let me make sure I'm referencing the correct Final Fantasy, because there's so many of them, and the Roman numerals and my dyslexia makes me not know which one I'm talking about. Final Fantasy, I want to say 15? Yes. So Final Fantasy 15 is the one with Noctis. That's the one that Elon you reference with the turtle, the mountain. That's like I streamed my entire stream was the one fight. I might have been underleveled for that fight too, so that probably didn't help. But that one was a lot faster, and there were things like the teleporting, and even I don't know if there was like active dodging like a roll. I don't even think there was blocking, because it was unnecessary, because you literally teleported everywhere, and you couldn't even switch to the other characters. And I think maybe in the update, since its original release, Final Fantasy 15, you can actually switch to other characters and play them like this one. But I still feel like it's faster. You can dodge. And when you dodge and you teleport, you literally go through the enemy's attack, right? But this one is like you can roll into it, and it at every single point in your roll, it looks like you could be interrupted, which kind of makes dodging a lot harder. Especially as fast paced as it is, and then blocking is the same way. If it was faster, it would imply almost a parry thing, but it's so slow. I wonder if maybe like you were saying, Elon, that there's maybe later in the game you get the ability to do things either faster with invincible frames or a parry ability or whatever. Yeah, that was short. Kind of want to play it again. I'll play it again. Easy, without worrying about battles. Control carriers will attack, defend automatically, knowing focusing. Yeah. Then this time I can commentate more. Doing it over. So this is all this is the same. And basically everything's the same. It's the very first mission, this opening cutscene, all of it is the same from the first one. I'm sure you can already find videos online where they do a shot-by-shot comparison, and even all the pacing, the framing of this shot right here, all the same, except so much more lifelike here. I don't know so much as her flower getting stepped on by somebody. Like, I think she just stops and then a car drives by. And the thing here is that you don't know in this scene is that flowers are actually a rare thing, because this city is sucking all the life out of the planet. Nothing grows in this area. So her being a flower grows actually should stand out in this shot as something that's very, out of the ordinary. But then also by someone stepping on the flower, you have the disregard of, of the people here for the world. And at the end where you saw the bomb go off in the Mako reactor, you saw that it exploded, right? And it basically disabled the reactor, but then the Shinra initiated something that made it completely blow up. So that's one of those false flag things where they're gonna blame the terrorists for the explosion. What I'm basically going to try to do here is learn more of the timing of the combat, because it feels like there should be, I shouldn't have been like basically stun locked. We were basically trading back and forth, which if you think about the old game, I guess that's kind of what it was. It's like you attack, they attack, you attack, they attack. But I feel like this game feels like you should be able to maneuver and play in such a way where you're always in control of the situation if you do it right. And only if you mess up your own movement and make the wrong decision, then you take a hit. Even if it means more of what you guys are saying, blocking. I probably just need to block more. unlock a secret. A secret to the demo. So you can't roll when you're not in combat. So I can't, and you can't block when you're not in combat. So I can't do an example of how slow it is. But if it feels just as slow as like him sheathing his sword. It's just like so slow. Sir?
Halt! Who goes there?
You're up.
You're up. Really? You gonna attack me? I wonder if I could turn off these cues.
You're coming with us. Nice and easy.
Don't think so.
And it did say something about like if I evade at the right time, it actually boosts my one of my meters. Let me see if I can parry his
Got it? Bring it. Come on.
Wait, what was that? 9 and 10 versus 25. Okay. So I blocked it. I feel like I blocked it in such a way that if there was a parry, it would have parried there. Never needed to use an ether. I guess ether restores MP. I've never got to a point where my MP was like running out. Oh, I see. So at any given time, I could build up 2 ATB, and then this would use 1 ATB and 4 magic points, which I have 29 magic points. Focus thrust. Lens 20 appears to strike that. Hits multiple times. Significantly increased staggering. So this is more for stagger. This is more for damage, it looks like. Sha-sha!
Not bad. Got it? Whatever.
So those were 4s and 5s versus I'm gonna just take 1 shot. 1 burst shot. Shoot me. 10. So it halves. It halves the bullets.
That's that.
Yeah, I think it's just that boss. Maybe they'll change it. Like, this is the demo, right? So they still have a chance to change it. But like, I feel like I should have been able to roll to avoid a lot of those missile fires. I was just stuck. I basically would have been just sitting there blocking the whole time, and then and like the movement in general by foot, I guess I could have tried dashing more. Like dash, block, but the way this game feels, like my Dark Souls Sekiro instincts are kicking in, and I'm trying to roll. 32nd time it unlocks a complete game. Yeah. I feel like they're seeing how people react to this, and maybe, like I said, maybe they'll get a lot of feedback on how combat is a little weird.
Have fun.
But then again, the only other reference I have would be the Final Fantasy 15.
Freeze! Move and we shoot!
Go ahead.
Blap. ATB attacks. Yeah, can I turn those off? I wonder. Ow. Oops. You get the braver. Sha-sha! Oh yeah, that's another thing. With the limit break, and then the thing that Cloud said right after the limit break was, I gotta learn the timing, or I gotta practice timing. Now, that could have been just something he's saying in combat to bear it, as far as they need to time their attacks better. But it seemed like you needed to press the attack button while the attack was going on. That seems something not from the original game, but from more recent Final Fantasy games, like a thing that they would do. They would make you actively participate in a limit break, which I would appreciate. And it felt like the second time that I got the limit break, and I did try to time my attacks with the slash icons. It did look like it hit harder, maybe? I don't know.
Drop the weapon!
You got this.
Yeah, what'd he say?
Can defend against enemy attacks. Able to evade. Successful guard reduces the amount of damage suffered. Also charges, so I can use it to charge my ATB. And that's another thing. I don't know if you. I felt like I was going into this end menu empty-handed too much, and if I would have blocked more, I would have had the ATP to activate a lot more of the stuff. So blocking would have actually given me the ATP to be more active, actively healing, actively fighting with abilities and spells. Oh, I forgot to do a spell, and then the last time I did it at this part, or last time I did it at the other part, and then somebody made the comment, "Oh, he knows magic."
Time to burn.
Unless that could have been.
Let's go.
That could have been one of these guards. I didn't read the subtitle. If it was it sounded like Biggs might have said it. But yeah, the whole game, it has so much. After you get to a certain point, and when it becomes open world, and then like you can go to a casino and play casino games. You can race chocobos. You can fight in like an arena. You can go places, you know, different cities that have different things. Like I don't know. I'm scared. I'm hopeful, but I'm also scared that of what they're gonna do and how they're gonna scale the world properly. Because after a certain point, this world feels huge. And I mean, I guess they did a good enough job in Final Fantasy XV, but even then, the cities felt like you're only on Main Street. They have this big city in the background, but then you're only really on the one kind of street with different routes. But it's not really like. But that's with any game, really. Because there was some cities where it was like so big you'd get lost and be like, where am I supposed to go? So it's like, it's a balancing act trying to give a game scale versus the sense of scale versus actual scale, and like having somebody walk aimlessly. And what was with the I got a key item last time. It was a collectible. What's the point when it's already been confirmed that nothing from here transfers over, unless that's the one thing that does? Because I feel like they would do that, right? Where only if you play the demo and got the wait a minute. Did I ever get this before? Grenades? I've never used a grenade yet. Shouldn't it be in items? Where would they put it? Spells? Maybe Barrett can only use it? I feel like anybody could have used the grenade from items in the original. Oh yeah,
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
What was that about my balls?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
Yeah, nice.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Classic.
Real joy to work with.
Classic anime.
Real joy to look at.
Overly cool protagonist.
Here we go.
And then like the enthusiastic,
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
kind of like lighthearted guy.
Reading the same book,
Enough. We're done here.
or even the same.
Give it a rest.
You'll keep us safe, right, Cloud?
Claudia.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Goku.
Wedge. You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gil.
Classic ... line from Cloud. I'm already calling it. There's gonna be compilation videos of how many times Cloud goes. Because that's how it is. It be like that.
Get him, boy!
Guess you're first.
No, doggy. No, it's a robot dog. Wait. Up. Abilities. Thrust the dog. Staggered. Yeah, pacing. Okay, pacing also just the
Like you're next.
pacing your
Nothing to it.
ATP build and keeping track of it. Because right now it's also kind of sensory overload, and it's just like so much going on the screen during combat that I have to get used to seeing Cloud's attacks over and over and over. Then I'll get used to it, right? So then I'll stop gawking in, being slack-jawed on him, and then focusing on, okay, let me focus on the numbers. And after I see the numbers enough, okay, let me focus on the ATP build rate. Okay, and then let me focus on timing it so that I'm always dishing out new moves. I feel like that's kind of like with Death Stranding. It just...
I found one!
We got... Death Stranding just had so much going on the screen. See, I timed it as soon as I got the ATB. We're gonna go for the dog for staggering.
That's that.
Push attack the dude. Did I miss him? Okay, wait. Cat to... Oh, did he kill his own dog? Let's see, grenade, okay. Let's throw a grenade at the dog, which his grenade went off on.
Heads up.
Fetch! What you doing?
That it?
Nice try.
I'm waiting. Come on. What?
Shredded potions. Ow! Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt my. Okay, and also you saw there was actually a shimmer that came off of me when my attack or when my ATB got to its first gauge here. So these are all things that it's good to learn now and get used to now, so that I can be a lot smoother at the game. We're gonna heal. I don't like lock on. Ow! Okay, we've got our thing. Let's do Granada.
You're welcome.
I should have did it at range actually, to see if there's a limit to how far I can throw it. If I had to guess. Maybe not.
Hey, Cloud! Elevator's over there! Catch up soon!
Did you see how Cloud jumped in that cutscene? Unless that was like a limit breaker powered jump. I could probably jump up to that platform that they're on. Yeah, I wonder if this don't they give demos achievements sometimes? I haven't noticed any. And then we're also getting Mako shards.
Cloud, a mercenary, is hired by a group named Avalanche to help them blow up Mako Reactor 1. Their goal to stop the Shinra Electric Power Company from destroying the planet. Chapter 1.
It's not letting me access
This way.
like inventory in that screen.
Not so fast. We've got company.
Wait, I thought this was a robot dog.
This will be quick.
Blap. Force thrust the dog. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're gonna do skirt. Oh, wait, need to get my AP energies. Grenade.
Heads up.
Oh, we traded.
Get ready.
Blop, 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 blop. Blop, blop.
See ya.
Blop, blop.
Let's
You
go.
walk right into it. You just blop. My puppy. I feel you. I wouldn't let my puppy go out like that. But I also would have shot my gun. And I ran up like a dummy.
There's one! Get him!
Enough.
I like how you could juggle. And there did seem like there was air combo potential. But I didn't know what I did. I'm still in mashing mode. Like I said, my brain is still trying to not be overstimulated and learn the systems at work. But I'm trying, like, they say, like, if you if you tap it versus hold it, you get different attacks. I'm thinking also like holding the direction of movement button might affect how you swing your weapon. Cause somehow I ended up in the air and I was juggling. So I'm thinking. I think it was with the other stance though. What's up, bitch?
I'll secure our escape route, okay? You go on and catch up with the others.
Is your mouth not moving?
Keep them safe, please. Don't worry about me. Go. I'll secure our escape route, okay? You go on and catch up with the others.
Sorry for giving you a cold shoulder.
Keep them safe, please.
I got this sweet shoulder pad and I just wanted to show it to you.
Go.
I wonder if this is what people played when they played the demo before the demo. I think maybe.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
And there was also that one part where he was like, what's his name again? And then that would have been where you got to change Cloud's name if you didn't like Cloud. They were like, nope, his name is Cloud. His name is Cloud Strife.
Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon. Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon. Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon. Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon. Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon.
If you say so.
I'm watching you. 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 I'm watching you.
Oh, that's not right.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
In 3, 2, damn, I'm good.
Who's there? Door! Well, wait!
Oh yeah, also, I wonder
It's over!
That's my line.
how much ATP you start off with. So this is about switching modes.
He's alone!
So it looks like you don't. I didn't start out with any here, but in the game, you could be front attacked, you could be back attacked, you can be ambushed, and you can ambush. So I wonder if that dynamic plays into how to you encounter, and like clearly I was kind of not prepared going into this fight, but in other fights where you see the enemy in the distance and if you approach him a certain way, can you enter combat with more ATP or ATB than not? It's something I'd be interested in knowing. Blap, 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 blap. See that? That ender right there? The sword in the ground. Burn.
Was never in doubt.
We're back.
Let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
Cut it out!
Box physics. Sam Porter Bridges right now is having a heart attack. The packages, no. It also makes me think, speaking of like making deliveries, are they gonna stay true to the original game, which has plenty of content as it is? Or are they even gonna expand on it, right? So they can make you do, almost like make it so that you can, you know, do side missions and have like, I don't want to say like jobs, but like skill trees where maybe you do certain things to increase it or do certain side missions or tasks. If they're going to have the combat system different as is, you'd imagine they'd have other systems that build those systems also change, maybe. But then again, I'd never played anything other than 15, so I can't only... Because I don't think 15 had anything like materia. Okay, here we go. Battle settings. Cloud. So you can keybind? Wait, L1, limit break, wait. Focus thrust. Potion. Okay. So instead of going into the menu, you can set a shortcut for spells and abilities. Good to know. It would be a whole thing to get acclimated to, but especially for a button masher like me. But this would be good to get really good and streamlined combat. Like I do Braver a lot. Focus thrust is good. Potion, just L1, bam. This one I can set to, what would it be? I guess fire. Cross slash. Judge for making ominous symbol with your slashes. Or what the ominous symbol is. Unless it spells out ominous and whatever. Fire. Spells. I'm assuming this is from the green materia that's in our sword. Which we can't look at. Large buster sword, a large battle or broadsword that has inherited the hopes of those who fought. Okay. Toggle. Cross slash braver. Basics, controls. Leveling up. Can we level up? No. Because there isn't, I don't know if we leveled up at all. And if there's enough experience in this demo to level up. You would have thought we'd level up once. Difficulty in the field map. Story. Markers interact. Shinra boxes. Battling. See this. I feel like this would have been important to point out as a pop-up tutorial window as opposed to me having to find it here. Also the thing about the shimmer that comes off your character. That would have been a thing to know. Open abilities. Okay. So it looks like the focus thrust is actually a weapon ability. So different weapons will have different abilities. That's cool. That'll motivate you to not just have like the same move set with various weapons, but different move sets with various weapons. You have materia abilities. Items, restorative in battle, unique abilities. Cloud strength. Cloud specializes in close combat. Press square to strike, hold down to unleash powerful attack. Triangle activates Cloud's unique ability, mode change, allowing you to switch modes during battle. I wonder if there's more modes. Maybe like you hold it down and then you press direct on the direction button or directional. In Pusher mode, Cloud moves more slowly, but Square unleashes more powerful attacks than usual. In addition, Cloud launches a counterbow every time he guards against. Oh, okay, so that's where parry happens. You have to be in Punisher mode. I think my brain read that and knew that as soon as I read the details of Punisher mode, but like I said, my brain was just trying to take everything in at the time, and so Punisher mode is how you parry. Guards against enemies' melee attacks. He cannot, however, guard against range attacks or magic when he evades. Goes back to operator mode. In operator mode, Cloud strikes. And the perfect balance between attack and defense, and moves more quickly. And then in Punisher mode, fleeing. Battle looks hopeless. Fleeing is an option. Run in the opposite direction until the enemy stops giving chase. Shortcuts. Okay. System. Title screen. Camera controls. Purchase game.
I got this place covered. Well, what are you waiting for?
So you can't access. It doesn't look like we can access stuff like a
It's
materia.
good to know someone
Yeah.
who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
Careful in there.
What's up, Loki? How crappy is it?
I got this place covered.
It feels like I have to get acclimated to it, more to it, but there's not enough. There's not enough to judge. I don't know. Like I can't approach it from not having this be so nostalgic. Like it could literally be anything, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm getting it, even though I haven't pre-purchased it yet.
What are you waiting for?
I don't think there's anything that would stop me from doing it. But like from somebody, I'm trying to keep going back to referencing the other Final Fantasy game, other modern fantasy game that I played, which is Final Fantasy XV, and trying to base it off of that. And it feels a little slower than Final Fantasy XV. That might not be a bad thing. Unless you like the speed of Final Fantasy XV. But there even if I could try to suppress the nostalgia and just base it, like I said, maybe off of previous experiences with Final Fantasy, I don't think there's enough here in its entirety to say it's crappy. I'm not gonna get it. You'd have to really be against this style of game to be like maybe you've tried it here and there and it's just not your thing, and then this one, it has, I don't know. You'd have to be against the whole genre. Jackal the Dragon, what's up? Yeah. Because like I feel like I've had more experience playing and having a feel for like Dark Souls and Sekiro and like God of War, Spider-Man. If you come with that kind of mindset, I feel like this game might be, you'd see it as an acquired taste more so than the action RPG that it is. Because I like I said, I have more experience with those games than I do a game like Final Fantasy 15, which is more of action RPG, right? As opposed to the original Final Fantasy VII, which is straight up like whatever. Final Fantasy Remake, never thought they'd make this. Yeah, it's weird. It's and this was announced, I believe this was announced, was this announced before the Resident Evil remake? Was it thing?
Security is only gonna get tighter, so be ready.
Because if anything, Resident Evil proved that
Looks like the
it can
elevator's
be
on
a
another
thing,
floor. Mind pushing that button?
which kind of sets this game up for having a high bar to reach. But they're two different kinds of games, so. Oh yeah, this was announced like. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much far in advance. I feel like you're right. This was announced a lot further out, but then the Resident Evil was announced. Its announcement to delivery date was a shorter span. Even though it's such a solid game. Even though I wouldn't call it my particular.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business,
Survival
but
like
are you
horror.
guys close?
Tifa.
Tifa and I.
Hey.
So it's like the question is she flirting with me? Or is she trying to be a wingman for or wingwoman for Tifa? I think it's supposed to be ambiguous at this point.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life.
The music is so good.
Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Cloud's face.
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
I will say that Cloud looks like
Our lives are on the line now.
does it look like a J-pop star?
You listening, Merc? One false move. And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
He looks like a J-pop star.
Yeah.
He even has a little eyeliner.
Should have asked for more money.
Cause there's always been the thing about anime and especially this guy, blue eyes, blonde hair, maybe coming off as Caucasian. But I feel like they've even in previous games, their cutscenes, obviously the original Final Fantasy, the in-game graphics, they're just blocks, right? But even in the cutscenes of that game and then other games, they got.
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These 10 cans ain't got nothing on me. Now for the real show. Ooh, gotta love it.
Ow! I want to learn to parry. Ow! I want to peek a parry.
Try me.
That it?
Ow! Nope.
Suck on this.
Ow!
Steady.
How'd you like
Not that one. see. 1, 2. Okay. I finally see it. The charge. Right there, you see the triangle. There's a bar that's building up slowly, and it's recharged now. So you saw also the hand. Because it's the entire, that last kind of playthrough, I couldn't tell. I know if I press the button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, it's fully charged, but I didn't know what to reference on the screen. But now I do. Switch up different characters. But yeah, basically, aren't J-pop and K-pop. He did the thing. I forgot all about that until he just said it. Oh, I don't have my soundboard. Do I have it anywhere? No. I'm still building my soundboard on my Stream Deck. As I remember. Yeah. The other soundboard that I used to have though was actually from my iPad being plugged in and me using GarageBand.
Look what we have here.
But for some reason it's been crashing. I think I have too many sounds on it or something. Chocobo race.
They'll cut you down to size and then some. But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
You flirting with me. Look, you can see the enemy already down there. It's kind of cool. Dun, 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 dun. So it's not just like generated with like strategic loading screens. Yeah, the chocobo races. That whole place, the carnival area, that whole place just had great music. This whole game, the whole original game, awesome music, top to bottom. I will say, because it was, like I said, my first JRPG, or RPG in general. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Even then, it was just, everything was great. Everything was perfect. It set the bar. It was hard to compare anything else to it. But I was taken back by God.
Nice job, Cloud.
Don't patronize me. I was taken back by the Sephiroth transfer, like spoilers, I guess, for anybody who doesn't want to hear.
Well, I'm glad that's over with.
But the transformation, I guess, with the like elaborate. I guess I wasn't into anime at the time either, so I was a little like, I was amazed by the entire game, and then like all of a sudden people are transforming and like having wings and having halos, and all of a sudden I'm starting to notice all this symbolism and stuff, and it's like, wait, what is all this? But now that's like every game. Every game there's like transformations with like a half wing a half like 4-tiered wing and a halo and maybe devil horns and like a deformed hand.
Look.
Yeah, can't spoil a 20-ish year old game, but still it's like, you know, there are people who don't want to spoil the remake for themselves that are actively avoiding this demo. And your brain can only retain but so much, right? Like it's in there somewhere, but it's not being accessed until you see it and you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember this." But right now you don't remember. You might not be thinking of the time Cloud cross-dresses until A, me saying it, or B, you starting to enter the area where that happens, or you even forget up until the very minute he does it. So it's like spoiler in the sense of spoiling the memory of it, you know, spoiling that transition of having a memory that's not directly accessed to then directly accessed.
Ha! We can take this hunk of junk.
That hunk of junk is a heavy
The
weapon.
meta
If we rush
of memory.
we die.
Is that right?
Need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
Let me see. You telling me you wanna fire this dude? Ouch. Enemies, certain attacks. Let's do
Let's pin it down. Give it all you've got.
thrusticles, thunder, electric. Yeah. I was trying to do a staggered. Look at how high definition. I don't know if you guys see it on. It's like low definition staggered text.
Let's do this.
Hitting them with all the things.
So long.
Blah blah. What if you could just do it over and over? I guess you can. Oh.
What are you, 20-something?
First.
Huh?
Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank.
Yeah, who assumes you're talking about rank right off the bat?
I know. A soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
Like, yeah, Barrett had the electric there, but it looks like, I don't know if it's because he was the not focused character. I think because he was not focused, his ATB was building slower for me to use magic. Also, to build ATB, you have to be doing stuff like attacking, and they don't attack as much. I wonder if you'll be able to like go into. Speaking of, oh, you can set leader. Wait, he has fire too. Like, I wonder if there's gonna be a drop down where you can set them to aggressive. Healer, because you kinda I feel like you kinda could in Final Fantasy 15. But it doesn't look like fire in the hole. I don't think we haven't seen Fire in the Hole, so maybe we should. Can we set him to leader? So will that make us walk around as him? No. So maybe as soon as we enter combat, we'll immediately switch to. But we'll try to see Barrett's limit break, which we'll probably see it during the boss fight, because we've seen Clouds twice. Even though I still kind of want to confirm that you have to press the attack button as he's doing it.
That's our target, the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom. Let's get
Reactor core. I feel like number 1 shouldn't be exposed. Number 2, as exposed as it is, we're getting like doses of Mako poisoning, radiation.
I can practically taste the Mako in here. Hurry it up.
So it actually feels like their voice. Some games do this. It feels like the voice is on the sound effects level when it's in game. Versus in a cutscene, that's probably where it separates to a speech. But it just feels like it's quieter than the music still. Ding, ding. Mako's good for you. In a way, I think. I don't know the specifics.
I've been dreaming about this for years.
I know there's I kind of can't wait till you get to that point in the game where you're at the lab, where basically you reveal Cloud's, you know, the source of Cloud's exposure and his backstory. Because there's.
Down the ladder, dummy.
Can I just still go? Because there's other. Hey, no game. I'm in control of you. You're in the matrix that is my gameplay experience. Okay, I can't do it. But there are like so many games in the Final Fantasy VII world that go into like the details of Cloud's backstory and Soldier and all that. It'd be nice if number 1, I guess they made a definitive kind of, maybe you find logs where you can access into like not so much manual, but like I'm surprised there's not another thing here that's like logs or something, and then you can like read it, if not see it in the world or select from maybe a computer console. Because another thing, you had to walk up to like bookshelves, and like an entire bookshelf would be dedicated to a certain string of backstory. So I'm wondering if here they would make maybe the definitive history of Cloud's origins, and then on top of that fill in some blanks and some of the questions some people may have, because this might be the last. If this game flops, this could be the last one, right? So maybe they should make it in such a way where they can kind of definitively say certain things. You want the mini games? Yeah, the carnival area, even though it's not just that, right? It's like, I'm trying to think of other areas where there's mini games. I know like there's that snowboarding session, right? That's actually part of the game, but then you can also do snowboarding in an arcade. Okay, so yeah, making Barrett the leader makes us blop 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 blop. Making Barrett the leader makes us go to him automatically. There's also the most motorcycle. What was it? It's like okay, there's two things. I want to. I don't know. I think we do have opportunity, but it probably would have been easier with easier enemies. But I want to parry, or not parry. Is it parry? Is it considered a parry? What's the one with his guard? His stance change. Unique abilities? No. Is this one? Counter blow. So it's a counter attack, which is basically a parry. But I want to try to experience a counter blow with Cloud, and then Barrett's limit break. That's our goal for this second playthrough here of this demo. Tower defense. Oh yeah. Tower defense sub, the cycle, chocobo racing. I remember tower defense. That was my first tower defense game, technically. I thought that was such a cool concept. I was like, oh man, they should make entire games about that. There's the arena. The arena where you what if I could okay. These guys I think count as projectiles, so counter blow. Ah! Counter blow. Ah. No. No. Okay. Okay.
That's that. It's on you.
Blop, 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 blop. Oh, he can separate his attack.
Easy.
That's interesting. So you don't have to commit to one target with a special. There's also the what was the thing with like you had to find something in the ground. There's one area where you had to mark the ground, and then these guys would come and dig up. It was like an excavation thing. I remember that. We're spending a lot of time because I think there was an item there that was like a rare. It was like for something, maybe a summon. There's something there, something significant there. That's why you had to spend a lot of time on it. And speaking of summons,
Let's do this.
my God, the idea of summons and the concept and how they were introduced and implemented. I feel like 7 actually, compared to all the other Final Fantasies, 7 actually kind of separates them from summoners. In this world, they're kind of like, I don't want to compare them to Pokemon, but they kind of are like Pokemon. They're like they have their specific materia that they're in the specific element and their specific place in the world that's built around the concept of Mako and or Mako and materia. But then all the other game, or most of the other games, kind of have the summoners come into play, and then them being part of like some kind of deity thing. Yojin Buu. I remember the freaking Knights of the Round Table. The Bahamuts. All that good stuff. And then you get the multipliers. Oh my god. You attach Knights of the Round to like a ×4 multiplier.
All right. Let's see if little Stamp really can bite the
Just
hand
press
feet.
it and just sit back and watch that thing go 4 times in a row.
Do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job.
Yeah, I'd say multiplying Knights of the Round really wasn't worth it unless you had a max level Knights of the Round.
What's wrong?
And I can't remember.
I'm fine. What about the timer?
Your call, Merc.
See, I did 20 minutes last time and he called me cocky. I bet you he'll call me a pansy or something if I do 30 minutes.
Huh. That long enough for you?
I do.
You double-crossing!
You double-crossing.
Heads up.
What in the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
Blop, blop, blop. What's targeting me? Ah! Ow. Ow. But I want to say you could do multiple things. So you can have like a damage multiplier. You can have like Knights of the Round, damage multiplier, and then a times cast multiplier. I can't remember if it... I know for sure you can at least pair 2 together, but I can't remember if you could pair multiple ones. I want to say you can. And the longest string was like 4. Focus shot. And our limit breaker is like, take it forever. Do I just take a bunch of damage?
Bring it to him.
Thunder. Bring the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Let's do focus thrust. Let's make Cloud do focus thrust constantly.
Keep it up.
That thunder I hear?
Oh god! Oh god!
No holding back. Time to fry.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more competent here. I don't know if it's because I'm playing Barret from a distance as opposed to Cloud getting smacked
The hell is that?
in the face.
Never seen this defense system before.
Sir, thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
Secure Cloud. Oh god! Blop, 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 blop. So I think the trick here is so there's no sprinting. Ah!
If I heal up.
Let's go into the rear of him. Ah!
This thing's gonna kill us both.
Fucking shot.
Less talking, more shooting.
How about less lip from you?
Oh god. Cloud. Help?
Did like a challenge.
Jesus.
Down fighting a goddamn scorpion.
Cloud? What did?
Pick me up.
Heal me, Cloud.
This ain't nothing. Fuck on this. Ooh, gotta love it. Damn pain in the ass. Bang, bang.
Spell Thunder. Wait, did I?
It didn't work.
Dang it. I didn't target the field generator. Right in the ass! I was outside that radius.
You think I care about a few cuts and bruises? Because I don't. Fire in one off. Damn it! This thing is tough. Hell yeah!
Did we get it?
Now's our chance. Give it everything you've got.
We almost had it staggered. We are about halfway to our limit break though.
We gonna let this thing keep pushing us around? I don't think so.
Oh god. Potion, heal yourself, I guess. Oh god. Missiles.
Could keep going if I heal up.
Did I get it? Wait, did I lose my heal? Is it interruptible? Can you switch leader during the match? Yeah, I could switch.
Hang back.
I don't know if you can switch leader. I don't think it. I think leader just makes the difference who you start off as.
Focus. Find a way.
Working on.
Another
I think it should have been closer for
Attack
that.
it from the rear.
Alright, soldier boy. Show me what you got.
Soldier boy, tell them. Focus thrust right in the yes!
Damn it.
Uh-oh. How can we avoid these? Maybe block?
Bring it. Gotta heal up.
Okay, Barrett's limits break is coming. Potion me.
Let's go.
Potion you. Oh god.
Don't overdo it. Keep it together.
You alright, Barrett?
Getting woozy.
Keep.
Pack myself up ASAP. Ain't no that.
Yo, chill with that. Oh my god, Barrett.
We gonna let this thing keep pushing us around? I don't think so.
Cloud, do something.
You ain't stopping us.
Out of MP. Focus shot. Wait, did I do? Can I target the shield generator? Okay, now's our chance.
I'm putting an end to this shit.
Let's see if I just block here. What? The one time I'm just sitting there blocking just to test to see how much damage I take. I don't even take damage. God dang it! Unless that was the point. You don't get aggroed by the attacks or something. I don't know. That doesn't feel right. Okay, we're almost at limit break.
You ain't stopping us.
Ow. Stop.
Enough with all the barriers.
Dang it. I don't want to limit break your field shield generator.
You gotta pick on me.
Do Braver on the shield generator. And I'll do focus shot on the field generator.
Damn pig.
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So what do we do?
You don't say.
Take cover
I thought it
behind
was a
that
healing ray, Cloud. Thanks for saving my life. I'm gonna heal myself again because I want to take more damage so I can get my limit break.
Now, get in there and do some damage.
To force thrust. Oh god.
You scared of something?
Plop, plop, plop. Thunder. It's its weakness. Ooh, you saw that roll.
Sure could use a break.
Not even. Oh, I guess you need MP. Oh god. Oh god, roll. Blech. Oh yeah, limit break time. Here we go. Fire in the hole.
Gonna blow your ass straight to hell.
That it?
Blap. Oh wait, I didn't time it.
Been a while since I had to go all out.
I didn't time it. I think maybe if I timed the square push. But then the question is, do I time it? Was I supposed to time it on impact or when my shot fired? I got.
Sure could use a break. Now, get in there and do some damage.
Focus. Force thrust. Well, I will do focus shot. Blah blah. Did you whiff like I did before? If I do cloud now, I should be able to pull.
Gotta memorize the attack pattern.
Oh, see, that's what he said when I did the limit break last time, so maybe it isn't a thing.
Heads up! Tail laser!
I see it.
Then take cover already!
It's almost staggered. It's almost staggered. Barrett, now.
It's on you. Whatever.
Yes. Staggered. More. I could guess I could do ether to thunder. Okay, what happened?
Need to do something about these wounds.
Oh, it's time. Limit break time. Cross slash. Slash line. Wow. See, I feel like last time I got 900.
Heal up and regroup.
That was only $5.99.
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Merc.
Just to heal.
Okay. Gotta time our attacks just right. Hold out until you spot an opening. Come on.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just blocking, and rolling. Ow. See, sometimes I feel like you can also that little cartwheel that it does to come out of being knocked down. If you time it right, it feels like if I press block, I come out of that. I don't know if that's just something I'm imagining. Focus on the left leg.
It's down. Rain hell on it.
Ain't gotta tell me twice.
So long.
Flap. Ow.
Don't let up.
Shoot the leg. Oh, good.
There goes another. Now's our chance to do some real damage. It's not gonna go down easy. Focus.
Abilities. Invalid target is dead.
Beep boop, you destroyed me.
So I still feel like I was getting stun locked by the rockets here, but I feel like I definitely handled this a lot smoother than I did last time.
Shit, the ball.
30 minutes.
Just recognizing the timings on the ATB build up and not spamming my command line looking for moves.
You hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've got to move.
Because then it kind of forces you to be like, okay, I can only basically attack. So then you build up your thing, or you block to get more ATB. Well, now we know we can make it in 20 minutes, so is there anything to explore down here? You're out of here, Loki? Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Well, there. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I was just like, every time I would push the button to like get off screen just to see the cutscene or whatever, I was just cheesing. I couldn't stop. Especially when the music was just like, oh yeah, I remember this. There's some epic moments in Final Fantasy VII I can't wait to see. Can't wait to have you guys join me. Where's Barrett?
Give me a break. It's over.
You just gonna leave me, Barrett? Is that how it is? Yeah, last time I only had like 3 or 2 potions at the end of that boss fight. Now I have 9. But then again, I think I was Barrett for the majority of it, so I wasn't. I think my the cloud that was the NPC was probably blocking more, or I guess as the main character, it was focusing more on me. Okay, what if we go this way? Okay, you can't. Can we abandon her? I could not.
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you? My hero.
Hey! We'll link up over there! Look after Jesse!
Come this way.
What's that gun of hers?
This route should lead us straight to Barrett.
Because she hasn't been helping fighting. What is it, a welder?
I think I see an exit. Come on.
Shusha. Did I get the trinket this time around? I didn't. Last time I got a Moogle charm. Moogle?
Don't look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I feel like don't look back would have been a cue to be like, what? Oh.
We're running out of time.
Shut up and climb.
Are we?
You're not helping.
Sorry, it
God.
keeps me focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Have it your way.
I was like, shut your mouth. Oh, okay, this is what I saw. I thought I saw something last time that made me go this way, but it was actually from the ladder.
Barrett!
I've got you covered! Find us a way out of here!
But then...
Barato!
I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
Ex-Soldier Boy.
Ex-Soldier Boy.
Ex-Soldier Boy tell.
We don't have time for this shit! The clock's ticking!
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need.
Get your
Blah,
ass
blah,
out
blah,
of here.
blah, blah, blah.
Bring it.
How'd you like that? Let's go. The others are waiting. Gotta get the hell out of here ASAP.
ASAP. What's some other military things that they might say? ETA. I guess no one says ETA. What's another thing? ASAP, ETA. There's something. I remember hearing something and it took me like until I was like in middle school or something until I realized what the words. It might have been ETA. Estimated time of arrival.
Try this. It's on now.
All right. Watch and learn. Want some more? Here it goes.
Wow.
This is about to get real.
Staggered up that booty. Oops. I guess I could do that too. That's what I did. I did that on accident previously.
Gotta love it. Give 'em hell.
My turn. Here it comes now. Deal with that.
Guess it's my turn.
Yeah, I could see being a lot more skilled at this. Getting a lot more. Cause like, I feel like in the previous Final Fantasy, unless maybe it's been a while since I played it, switching characters was more of like, I don't know. I guess a play style maybe. I know you can chain things better, and I think that's the point. They didn't want you switching in the beginning because they thought, well, it just comes down to people wanting to chain their attacks up properly. So switching wasn't necessary. But then people complained about not being able to switch. But now that you can switch, you realize that the best times to switch is to basically do a special attack to chain your attacks up properly. But I feel like the lack of control and the lack of the realization of that also takes away. So I feel like switching is probably better than not switching.
No shit.
Alright, watch and learn. Yeah. Ain't no
Blah, blah, blah.
Boom. Gotta love it.
Are you threw a grenade?
How'd you like that?
It's over. No time to celebrate.
Sure there is.
I'm like collecting all this stuff like it means anything. Like I know what a Mako shard is. Oh wait, so is this saying I'm recovering MP magic points from it? Okay, this is where we get to see a parry. Oh wait. Barrett. Let me counter hit. Oh! Get parried. Oh! Staggered. Okay, this is the guy. This is the character that teaches you that you needed. Because I felt hopelessly unequipped for this guy at this part. So it seems this is where you're supposed to learn about counter hitting. Keep pressing the wrong buttons for it.
Taking over. Whatever.
Blop, 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 blop. Counter hit again to the stagger. To the braver.
Let's finish this.
To the thrust on this guy. So much more definitively executed. Definitively defeated.
Nothing to it.
No stun lock. Not, and the thing is, there's still room for making it a lot smoother. Getting excited again. Wow.
Sir.
Do it.
Blah, blah. So explosive rounds. Maybe if you use that ammo on us, it would did a better job.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Well, I guess then it's all supposed to be up front.
Relax, I gotta relax.
Is it right?
Doors open.
I want to say this is it. The end of the demo. Where's the secret? The secret to access the full game, even though the file size isn't the correct. You know what would be funny? You know what they should do? They should drop you into the old game after you cross this threshold, and then you get to play the original Final Fantasy VII. Even though I guess that would spoil it. But it'd be cool, like if it transferred what it could, like as far as your experience and your gil, and then transfer it into a save file for Final Fantasy. If it found it in your library, maybe there could be a drop down that says, "Do you want to continue playing this on the, blah blah blah." But I guess that'd be too much to. That'd be more on a streamer to set that up, where they play the game up to a point. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe play Final Fantasy VII up to a point, up to this point, and then replay the demo, and then replay the game. Even though I feel like April is actually a lot closer than it seems, and then next we'll be playing this thing in no time. There's not really enough time to get through and really appreciate Final Fantasy VII. Aside from rushing through the story, and then people who haven't experienced it will have it all spoiled.
We don't have a lot of time here. Pick up the pace, people.
No. I wanna keep. The same thing happened last time. That sound. I want to stay, but I guess it is 1 a.m. I'm streaming this for 3 hours, even though there's only about an hour, if that, worth of gameplay. I feel like this has to be part of a chapter, unless this is a super short chapter because it's the prologue. Jesse, get up. The Matrix has us. If you get up by yourself, then we can stay.
Can you walk?
Yeah.
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
I'll take that as flirting.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
Why is her
Alright, come on.
Why is her thumb like this? Is that how they thumbs up in Japan? I'm looking for that almost 90-degree angle. I guess it's actually a little bit more natural if there's a little angle on it, but she's like, good job. She's like throwing me a heart. Throwing me the little... It's over. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ares? Man. And this goes that goes to like the impact Ares had in the game and on me when I first played this game. It speaks to my my dedication to being like a fanboy for Squaresoft when it was Squaresoft. Because before this, I'd say the first RPG I played was Secret of Mana. And there really wasn't any kind of love story there. Nathan Fat? Or Nathan Fat? Nat the Fat? Thanks for following on Facebook. But in Secret of Mana, there really isn't a story. There's no storyline that I can recall where your character experiences like an attachment toward, like an emotional attachment towards your party or anybody in the world. I think there's like a hint of one, just like ever so slightly, because the female in your party is already, she's actually supposed to marry somebody else, but then there's no friction or no like awkwardness. But in Final Fantasy VII, it was just like, you got Jesse's flirting, you got Tifa, you don't know what your relationship is with her, and then you got Ares. And then what happens to her, I was like, my God, the depth of this game and the emotions that I'm feeling. Mind you, I haven't played any other Final Fantasy at the time. And like I said, my experiences with RPGs, action RPGs, I guess was Secret of Mana. And I was all in. None of the Final Fantasies since have been able to compare. And nothing before it was anything like it. And so yeah, I guess we can get to this. So yeah, it's kind of coming full circle in that I guess I hope that mic volume's been a little high. Trying to adjust. But my hope is that it comes full circle and it updates it, because I tried to play Final Fantasy when it came out on PC. Final Fantasy VII when it came out on PC, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play it and relive the nostalgia. And even when it first came out on PC, it did not age well. So the hope is that it ages it up to the point where I can relive the experiences, and it's kind of I feel like it's gonna ultimately be like one of those things where you can't relive it the same. It'll never be the same than the first time, which is fine. I'll just just appreciate it for what it is. But it seems good, seems solid. The key is to learn the visual and audible and just pacing cues. I knew it was issues with pacing, but it wasn't mechanical like I was thinking. It was more logistical. if that makes sense. So it wasn't about rolling. It kind of is about blocking, but it kind of isn't about blocking. It's just about planning out the usage of your ATB and then blocking to get more of it. Understanding how the computer is using its presence and in the world to build up its ATB, because from what I saw, the computer will not build. It doesn't even come close to building ATB as fast as you, an active participant. So the idea is to, like, what I like to do, or what I like doing in that last run, was to let the computer build up at least 1 bar of ATB. Stop listening. And then have it do a special move, then me fire off 2, because by that point I've built 2 ATB up, then switching back onto that character, and then building up 2, firing them off, or building up 1, firing it off. By that time, the computer may have built up 1, firing it off, and then I built up another fire. So like, there's this dance of ATB like managing. And with 3 characters, I can only imagine how much crazier it'll get and cooler it'll get when you're not focusing on the logistics and then trying to make it look cool. And then you got to manage health and magic. And that counter hit, like, that boss was pretty much all, with the exception of the tail stabbing the ground, it was pretty much all projectiles. So it was, I don't know if counter hit could have affected it, but it just looks like you bounce off into an immediate kind of attack combo, which is cool. It'd be interesting to see if you can kind of just do like an all counter hit boss fight. That's a melee boss fight. There's so many things I want to do and learn about this game so I can be competent and good. Because it's like, in other games, and like even in other fantasy games, I knew I wasn't performing at like the highest tier in that game. But in this game, I feel like I kind of want to you know, to give, because it's the game that I started it all. That started all this whole, my introduction to the Final Fantasy world, to RPGs, JRPGs, to the drama of basically anime. If you think about it, it was my first introduction. Well, no, yeah, actually it was. If you think about it, I think, because I'm trying to think of the first anime I think I've ever seen was Vampire Hunter D, and that was before Final Fantasy, and I thought it was more weird. I thought it was just a weird thing, like almost like an indie thing. I didn't understand it, I didn't understand the anime genre then. I thought it was like a standalone weird thing. And then I've experienced Final Fantasy, and then I re-experienced anime and understood. I was like, oh. Final Fantasy was basically just anime. Or Final Fantasy VII was. At least for me, I don't know. People could have a completely different idea of what I have about this, and completely different experiences. I'm just saying what I know and how I experience it and how excited I am, and hope you guys can see that and feed off that energy and enjoy it as much as I do. Hopefully will. But yeah, that's it for today. I guess I should, let's see, with the digital deluxe edition, you get the game, you get a digital art book, digital mini soundtrack, Cactar summoning materia, carbuncle summoning materia. As opposed to not finding that materia naturally in the world? Was Cactar? I think you did have to wander to find. Was it a giant one or a little one? And then you got the materia off of that? Is that how it happened? So, to avoid wandering the desert for the materia, I don't remember a carbuncle. I have to look that up. But as much as this game means to me, I feel like I have to get the deluxe edition. What's up, Tony? What's going on? Just finishing up here. What I think of the demo? I am hyped. I'm so hyped for this game. I want it. I want it in my hands. I remember playing the demo of Resident Evil, and the Resident Evil remake, and thinking, and this is me being scared of this genre, right? And never playing Resident Evil before. I felt like I was, still excited, knew I was gonna play it because it was interesting and I wanted to finish what I started. But with this one, it's just so much more because of the nostalgia, and it's looking so much more it's just gonna be engaging. It's like you get these huge chunks of nostalgia that's woven together with the gameplay, with the music, and just the lines that are being spoken instead of read. So there's that nostalgia, and then it goes right into more active action kind of combat, and then it goes right back into the nostalgia. That's how I feel like it's gonna be like a fun just ride down memory lane without going and playing, Final Fantasy. Even though I heard that Final Fantasy VII has a mod that makes it less, I guess, that makes it, I don't know what a mod would do to make it more like, I don't want to say fun, but like playing the older style, especially when you have to grind to level up or find something. I don't think it'd be as interesting as this. And I'm also interested to see how enemies in the world appear and disappear. I guess it did show. Now that I think about it, interactions in the old game were random, just based on you walking around. And especially when those one guys with the claws came out, the ones that I was parrying at the end there, they kind of just came out of nowhere, and same thing with the floaty things. So I'm wondering if, I don't think so, because I was running around talking about how I don't want the demo to end and no extra encounters were happening. But I'm wondering if that's just this demo. Or maybe in the real game, they will pop out of nowhere, or if you have to see them physically in the world. Interested. I'm so interested in see how all the intricacies, because then, number one, you get to play it and learn the mechanics, get good at it, but also reflect on how it evolved from its origin. You got the deluxe physical copy. Yeah, I guess I should get like a collector's thing too, right? It's such like, I can't like, just talking about it as much as I have during this stream, it's obviously a very pivotal and like keystone moment in my past of playing this game. Even though like as much as it is, I still don't consider myself like a expert on it or whatever, right? And I kind of feel bad for that, like, but at the same time, I don't feel any, like, people should feel obligated to like bend over backwards for, some of the things in their childhood that made them who they are. But at the same time, it's like, there's so much I don't know about the whole story still. Like I was watching some streamers do playthroughs of some of the like PSP games that have lore directly related to Cloud and stuff, and realizing how like there's all this other content out there that surrounds this game that I claim to love so much but have no idea about. But we'll see. I'll have to look, because I think them, especially like the collector's edition, they'll like super box sets with the figurines and stuff. That stuff can get pretty pricey, so might just do deluxe copy and call it a day. Deluxe digital. I'm scared of leveling because it's going to be episodic. Oh, it is? It's confirmed as episodic? I guess that makes sense, because I was wondering how they were going to have the scale of this world. Because compared to like, the scale is just so massive and there's so much to do. It's like, how can they fit it all in one game? But I guess if it's episodic, it would make sense. But then the thing about episodic is that there's always something wrong with the pacing. I feel like, in my opinion, that's more on story-based games like the Telltale games. I feel like it starts out good and then it just starts getting shorter and more direct and less about exploring, and more it funnels into the point, getting straight to the point. One part is entire Midgar story, and they're working on part 2 already, I believe. 3 parts? Really? That's weird. Because you'd think they'd then sell it as Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 or whatever, but I guess if they did that, they knew better than to do that, because they'd catch a whole bunch of flack. Oh, that's that kind of sucks. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess it could be like, if you're saying it might be in 3 parts, that makes me think of like Mass Effect. And if they can at least pull it off like that, I guess, like Mass Effect did. But then that's the thing, is us buying the game now paying for all that level of quality of each stage, or is it gonna, like I said, decline as we go? And this, I hope, I don't know, because I haven't heard anything like that. Maybe it's about, maybe they'll add stuff. I don't know what they would add though, because it's a remake. How can you add something to a remake? Like, you can't really DLC anything in it, since, like, imagine if they had the carnival as DLC. That would just be like, what? It's like you go through it for the story, but then you have to DLC the getting back to it or something, or having. And you can't gate any of the content with money. It would have to be something like brand new, like bringing Zack into the story, like playing his stuff, like kind of the Dirge Cerberus stuff. Maybe playable flashbacks and stuff. That I can see, but like the story, we have to get the full game, even if it is episodic. I feel like when you pay for the game, you pay for all of it. April 10th. All parts released on Xbox, PC. It's remake. Well, if it's anything like Final Fantasy 15, where from what I understand, I haven't played it since I first beat it when it came out, but Final Fantasy 15 apparently is a very much different game from when it was originally released. A lot better than how, like, for people who've replayed it and experienced how it's different now. If they do it like that, and that was all technically free. Like, I can play it and then get the completely different experience from when I originally played it. Maybe it'd be like that, but that kind of sucks if it is. Crisis Core 5 remake engine controls are different now. Recently played through it again and changed a lot. Yeah. I've been kind of interested in playing it again, but then again, I've never attached myself to any of the Final Fantasies like I have with 7. So I'd rather just kind of wait it out, especially in between now and April 10th. I don't think there's enough time personally for me, the way I stream, to get all of 15 done. But yeah, that's it. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna play tomorrow now. I'm tempted to fire up 7, but I know I shouldn't because I'm not gonna wanna. I'm gonna feel like I'm rushing through it for the sake of getting to next month, and at the same time, I want to remember. I want to be like, oh, I remember this part in the remake. I don't want to do that in the port to PC. If that makes sense. So I'm gonna just wait patiently, find something to play, and I'll play it. I'll enjoy it. I hope you guys hang around and stick around. Join me for all that. But I'm out of here. You guys have a good night, morning, or what have you. I'm out of here.